You won't believe how close Men in Black came to total disaster. But a sneaky director's trick, a multi-million-dollar reshoot, and wild casting what-ifs turned it into the hit we know. Yeah, this alien comedy almost didn't land.
Memory with anyone you encounter. You are a rumor, recognizable only as deja vu.
These 20 secrets reveal the chaos that made it iconic, from the trick that stole a star from Will Smith to the painful stunts that brought the bug to life. Number 1. Picture this. Men in Black is wrapping up, the cast and crew thinking they've got a solid sci-fi comedy on their hands. But then director Barry Sonnenfeld screens the rough cut, the finale, a version that was more dialogue-focused and lacked a big action payoff. Sonnenfeld knew it wouldn't fly, not for a summer blockbuster packed with chases and gadgets.
This thing caused the 1977 New York blackout.
So he pushed hard for a total redo. K gets swallowed by the bug, fights from inside, and J saves the day with a massive explosion. That reshoot required significant effects work and cost an additional $4.5 million to produce. The revised action-heavy climax gave audiences the explosive payoff they expected from a summer blockbuster. Number 2. Speaking of bold moves, let's talk casting. The real drama behind who became Agent J. Steven Spielberg as executive producer was pushing for Chris O'Donnell. Fresh off playing Robin in Batman Forever, O'Donnell was considered a safe bet for the young, cocky recruit. Some reports suggest O'Donnell was already wary of the role, fearing it was too similar to Robin and could lead to him being typecast as a sidekick.
Robin.
Barry Sonnenfeld, determined to get his choice, had his eye on Will Smith, coming off Independence Day's massive success. So what did the director do? He invited O'Donnell to dinner to discuss the role. Instead of selling the part as Spielberg requested, Sonnenfeld intentionally downplayed the role. He told O'Donnell the script wasn't great and that he, Sonnenfeld, wasn't a very good director. This reinforced O'Donnell's existing concerns, and he politely passed on the project the next day.
The challenge of recruiting Tommy Lee Jones, bringing him into the world of Men in Black.
Sonnenfeld later revealed in interviews that he intentionally used this tactic, knowing Smith's charisma and humor would bring the fresh energy the role needed. It's impossible to imagine Men in Black without that Fresh Prince swagger. The film just wouldn't hit the same. Number 3. And get this. Agent K wasn't always Tommy Lee Jones either. The studio's top pick was Clint Eastwood. Yeah, the man behind Dirty Harry and those gritty westerns was wanted for the stoic veteran role, but he turned it down. Enter Jones. With that perfect deadpan intensity, his chemistry with Smith became the heart of the film, turning what could have been a stiff mentor-rookie dynamic into pure gold. Just imagine Eastwood drawling lines like, "A person is smart, people are dumb," or neuralizing a crowd with that squint. It might have worked, but Jones nailed the dry wit that made K iconic. Casting is everything, right?
I am just a figment of your imagination. Damn, what a gullible breed.
These near misses show how one wrong pick could have changed the whole tone. Number 4. That brings us to one of the film's creepiest villains, Edgar the Bug, played by Vincent D'Onofrio. To get that awkward, lurching walk just right, he went all in. He watched bug documentaries for inspiration, then strapped on basketball braces to lock his legs in a bent position. He even taped his ankles so he couldn't straighten them at all. The physical commitment created that unforgettable, unnatural shuffle when Edgar sheds his human skin. D'Onofrio later said it was all about making the alien feel truly alien, clumsy in a human body, desperate and dangerous.
And angry that he's got to be stuffed into this body and he's got to walk around New York City. He doesn't enjoy what's happening very much.
That commitment turned a side villain into a memorable monster, stealing scenes from the leads. No wonder the Bug's reveal still gives chills. Those production near misses were just the start. Number 5. These early production headaches set the stage for the wild ride ahead. But wait till you hear about the bad guys who almost stole even more spotlight. What if an entire alien war subplot never got cut? The original script featured the Baltians, an entire species locked in a brutal intergalactic conflict with the Arquillians. The tiny galaxy was an object both species were fighting over as part of resolving their war. The Bug's motive was to steal it so the war would continue because its species fed on the carnage of conflict.
Okay. Rosenberg wasn't some two-bit Arquillian. He was the guardian of a whole galaxy. They thought he'd be safe here on Earth.
And the Bug had other plans.
The galaxy is the best source for subatomic energy in the universe. If the Bugs get their slimy claws on it, kiss the Arquillians goodbye.
In fact, even Gentle Rosenberg, the Arquillian prince, was originally written as a Baltian emissary. But late in post-production, the team axed the Baltian plot to keep things tight and focused. To simplify the story, the team made major changes using only post-production work. Dialogue was redubbed, subtitles were swapped, computer screens redone, and even Frank the Pug's voice lines were tweaked digitally. It simplified the plot without losing the urgency. But man, that bigger war could have made the ending feel even more epic. Number 6. That streamlining makes sense when you look at the source material. The comic book this movie's based on? Way darker, no question. The source material has a much darker, more cynical tone, and often mixes paranormal threats with alien encounters, showing a grittier side of the MIB world. Hollywood softened this approach significantly for that blockbuster family vibe, introducing the neuralizer to turn the threat of forced secrecy into a comedic memory wipe. It lost some of that cynical bite, but gained the charm that made the film a hit.
Ice water, regular water, tap water.
All right, Beatrice. There was no alien.
Remember how the comics creators drew from real conspiracy theories about shadowy government agents silencing UFO spotters? The movie kept the spirit but dialed back the paranoia to let the humor shine. Still, that darker route explains why some scenes, like the neuralizer demos, feel so cleverly twisted. Number 7. Speaking of buried secrets, the film packs Easter eggs that tie it to other sci-fi giants, stuff you might have missed on first watch. Take the alien chatter early on. That guttural language, it's straight up Huttese.
That's enough, Mikey. You hand me that head.
The same tongue Jabba the Hutt slurs in the Star Wars movies. This wasn't a coincidence. The sound designer, Christopher Boyce, was a huge fan and intentionally slipped the language into the alien dialogue. The scene where you hear it most clearly is during the final shootout with the bug, where the tiny Arquillian ship is transmitting its threat in a hurry. It's a sneaky nod from the sound team, blending universes without a word, and it's a perfect example of how the MIB world feels connected to a larger, weirder cosmic lore. Fans caught it and ran with it, sparking all sorts of crossover theories online. What's wild is how it fits. Both franchises love that mix of menace and mischief in their extraterrestrials. Number 8. Then there's the registry screen during Kay's tour of HQ. That list of celebrity aliens? It's loaded with real Hollywood names. Steven Spielberg himself, George Lucas, Danny DeVito, Dionne Warwick, even weatherman Al Roker. It's like the movie's saying the entire industry is in on the joke. Spielberg, as producer, probably loved slipping himself in there. These cameos add that meta layer, making you wonder who's really from another planet. These hidden ties make rewatches so rewarding.
As an alien. In public, they're as normal as you are, but in private, well, you'll get the idea.
Number 9. And for the science buffs, Kay's deadpan line about the bouncing orb being a practical joke from the Great Attractor? That's no throwaway gag. The Great Attractor is a real thing, a massive gravitational pull 250 million light years away, yanking galaxies like ours toward it. Kay delivers it so straight-faced, but it's a clever wink to actual astronomy. Hide some smart science under the comedy, right? If you're a space nerd, that line is pure gold.
Practical joke by the Great Attractor. He thought it was funny as hell.
Number 10. These connections are cool, but the real stars? Even the sidekicks like Frank the Pug had VIP treatment that'd make you jealous. Yeah, that wrinkly little guy wasn't just a cute side character. He lived like royalty on set. His trainer, Cheryl Shaver, shared how Frank, whose real name was Mushu, traveled in business class crates while the human cast flew coach. He'd crash in the trainer's hotel room, sleeping on the bed like he owned it. Room service, steak or chicken on demand, and only bottled water for this fancy pup. No kibble for Frank. He was pampered with an entourage that handled his every need. It's funny to think about, a dog stealing scenes while getting better care than most crew members. Drop a comment if you've got a pet that lives like a celeb, because Frank set the bar high. That attention paid off. His deadpan lines and expressive face made him a fan favorite, turning a minor role into pug immortality.
Humans, when are you gonna learn that size doesn't matter? Just because something's important doesn't mean it's not very, very small.
Number 11. And speaking of stars getting their shine, Will Smith's theme song, it wasn't just catchy, it launched him into solo superstardom. Before Men in Black, Smith was killing it as part of DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. But this track was his big leap alone. Men in Black dominated international charts, snagged a Grammy for Best Rap Solo Performance, and became the summer's must-play jam. He sampled that funky 80s beat from Patrice Rushen's Forget Me Nots for instant nostalgia, and the music video? A high-budget spectacle with Smith dancing alongside a CGI alien named Mikey. It tied right into the film's alien chaos, boosting hype and sales. The soundtrack album went multi-platinum, proving music could make a movie even bigger. Ever notice how that beat still gets you moving? It's no wonder. Smith basically turned the end credits into a concert. Number 12. Music sealed the deal, but smart product placements added extra magic too. Take those iconic Ray-Ban shades the agents rock to dodge neuralizer flashes. The company was bummed when the logos got blurred out during filming for that sleek look, but Smith saved the day. He worked out a compromise, shouting out "Black Ray-Bans" in the theme song's lyrics. Boom, sales tripled overnight, turning those Predator 2s into must-haves for every 90s kid pretending to be Agent J. It's a classic Hollywood win. The movie gets cool props, Ray-Ban gets a goldmine. Without that nod, would we even remember the sunglasses as part of the MIB uniform? Pretty slick move. Number 13. That timing was no accident either. Men in Black dropped on July 2, 1997, right after Smith's massive 4th of July hit Independence Day the year before. He became the king of the 4th, owning summer box offices with back-to-back alien invasions. Both films crushed it, proving his draw was unbeatable. MIB raked in $589 million worldwide, cementing Smith as the go-to guy for blockbuster fun. Imagine if he'd skipped this one. Would his career have popped the same way? Number 14. Crossover dreams aside, some on-set details are pure accidents that fans still debate. Like what if Sony had mashed MIB with 21 Jump Street? Leaked emails showed they nearly did, picturing Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill chasing aliens in cop cars. Hill called it clean and rad, but it stayed on paper. Too bad. It could have been wild, blending buddy cop chaos with neuralizers. Number 15. Take Jack Jeebs, the shady alien pawnbroker played by Tony Shalhoub. Every time Jay blasts his head off, it regenerates, and that wonky eye pops out in a hilarious spot. But here's the fun part. Keen-eyed fans noticed a bizarre detail. The eye switches sides each time. First regeneration, it's on the left. Next, it's on the right. Instead of breaking the scene, this unplanned visual quirk actually adds to Jeebs' chaotic charm, like even his alien biology can't keep it together. It's a perfect example of how a messy detail can reinforce the feeling that the MIB world is chaotic and unpredictable, not perfectly polished. Fans love spotting these little glitches. They make the world feel lived in and messy, just like real New York. Ever notice how these errors end up feeling intentional?
You have any idea how much that stings?
Show us the merchandise, you're gonna lose another head.
Number 16. Think about the last time you saw someone do something small, but perfectly professional. That's Agent J in the MIB recruitment scene. Everyone else in that room, all the military hotshots and cops, they're focused on the alien they just shot. They slam their weapons down and rush off to follow Zed. They're all ego and adrenaline. But watch Jay. He's the last one at the line. He doesn't rush. He takes a beat and methodically places his weapon on the stand, handling it with practiced care. It's an action that takes maybe half a second, but it speaks volumes. It's the moment where the movie shows you, without a single line of dialogue, exactly why Jay is the guy K needs. He's the professional. He's demonstrating caution and procedure, even when his entire world has just been turned upside down by aliens and neuralizers. This single, small act screams responsibility amid the chaos. It highlights why Jay stands out, not just skill in a shootout, but the smarts and caution required for a high-stakes job. Subtle stuff like this makes the character pop without a big speech, tying right into his arc from cocky cop to reliable agent.
I make this look good.
Number 17. That infamous dumpster scene where Jay stomps on a swarm of cockroaches to freak out the bug. Yeah, it looks brutal, but no bugs actually got hurt. This is where the movie's subtle ethics actually shine through. The production brought in animal rights supervisors to watch every take. The lengths they went to avoid harming the roaches are almost as absurd as the plot itself. Will Smith crushed mustard packets instead, squirting out that gross yellow goo for the effect. Real roaches were released through tubes by trainers hidden behind plexiglass barriers, about 30 at a time, safely contained. For one shot, they even tied a few to Smith's sleeve with fishing line. Imagine the meeting where the special effects team had to explain the logistics. We need 30 live cockroaches, a sheet of plexiglass, a tube, and several packets of French's yellow mustard. It was all controlled chaos, proving even the tiniest critters got protection on set. Number 18. Those ethical choices paid off, but location swaps turned headaches into gold too. The big chase where Jay pursues the alien up a spiral? It wasn't always at the Guggenheim. The plan was the roof of Lincoln Center. Dramatic, urban, perfect for the tension. But the New York Philharmonic wanted big fees to film there, so the team pivoted to the Guggenheim's famous ramp. Budget saver turned iconic. That swirling architecture amps up the disorientation, making the pursuit feel endless and claustrophobic. Sonnenfeld called it a happy accident. Without the switch, we might have missed one of the film's most visually striking moments.
What's up? He's coming. He's coming because I failed, and now he'll kill me too.
Number 19. Sonnenfeld shifted the whole story there because the city's weird energy fit the hidden alien vibe perfectly. New Yorkers see tentacled cab drivers and barely blink. Why would they notice extraterrestrials blending in? The architecture screams flying saucers, from water towers to those massive vents. It grounded the sci-fi in real grit, letting the absurdity shine. No wonder the film's chaos feels so alive. The Big Apple was made for this. Location magic worked, but the sequel path? That took some convincing from the star himself. Number 20. Tommy Lee Jones has never been one to chase franchises just for the paycheck. When talks started for Men in Black 2, he flat out hesitated, saying he'd only come back if the story really earned it. No forced cash grab vibes. Jones wanted depth, not just more aliens and gadgets. That mindset kept the series from going off the rails too fast, unlike some sequels that feel like lazy repeats. Producers had to pitch hard, showing how the plot built on the original's charm without recycling jokes. In the end, he signed on, but only after seeing the script's heart. It's why the follow-ups, while not perfect, still had that dry wit Jones brought so well. Ever wonder why he skipped the international spin-off? Same reason. He sticks to what feels right. That selective approach paid off big for the franchise's staying power. Looking back at all these secrets, it's clear Men in Black was built on smart risks. From the reshoot that fixed a dud ending to those casting gambles, every near miss turned potential flops into gold. Eastwood as K, sure, imagine Dirty Harry neuralizing witnesses with that classic squint. It might have added grit, but Jones's understated humor made the role timeless. His delivery turned simple lines into comedy classics, like that deadpan "people are dumb" bit. Without him, the mentor-rookie dynamic loses its spark. These what-ifs highlight how fragile hits can be. One wrong choice, and the magic fades. The overall impact? Huge. These behind-the-scenes twists show a film that thrived on creativity over formula. Link it to Smith's Alien streak, back-to-back with Independence Day. He owned summer screens, proving his charm crossed genres. Or that Star Wars language nod, borrowing hoodies for the aliens tied MIB to sci-fi roots without copying it outright. It kept things fun and fresh, nodding to fans without overdoing it. It's why the movie still holds up, blending laughs with real heart. So yeah, drop in the comments. Who do you think should have been Jay? From reshoots that saved the day to cameos hiding in plain sight, Men in Black's secrets show why it's still a blast. If you caught any of these first time around, hit the comments. For more movie deep dives like this, check out my Buffy Secrets video next.
Sorry.